So what do you do when the fake copy is better than the original? I'm Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory, and in this video I'm going to share my thoughts about yet another trademarking screw-up. This time around, it's Supreme brand being owned in China by imposters. Alright, let me start by reading from the article, and you can always find the link in the description below. Fake Supreme store opens in Shanghai, complete with half-pipe skate ramp and identical logo. And fans say it's even better than the original. A knockoff of the US-founded skateboarding and clothing brand Supreme has opened a mega store in Shanghai. And if online reaction is to be believed, it's an improvement on the original New York store. The fake Supreme appropriated the exact trade dress and logos of the original New York company and allegedly registered it under a slightly different name, Supreme Italia, and got the green light to sell in China according to NSS Mag. However, a source familiar with the situation told Daily Mail that IBF, which runs Supreme Italia and sister company Supreme Spain, is not registered in China, is operating there illegally, and could be shut down at any moment. The source said that the real Supreme had a trademark registration currently being processed in China. So it's either an application that's currently being processed in China, or it's a registration that had already been processed in China. It can't be both. So it's actually a pending application. So let's keep going. Meanwhile, the fake store is garnering attention for its lavish design, complete with a half-pipe skating ramp, skate decks hanging all over the walls, and of course, the unmistakable Supreme logo. In response, Supreme founder James Jebbia told Business of Fashion in April, "This is a whole new level with this criminal enterprise, these complete imposters and impersonators." The New York City-based fashion brand, made famous by its box logo, collaborations, and limited run items, added that it is working with local law enforcement in China to enforce its trademarks, according to HyperBeast. While the legal status of the knockoff's activities remains uncertain, the execution of its imitation has been praised by social media users who got a glimpse of the flagship Supreme Italia store in photos, even as Chinese media has ridiculed the establishment as disgracing us overseas. One Twitter user wrote, "Dang, that store looks so much nicer than the New York store," kind of digging fake Supreme over the real deal. Another said, "The thing is that Supreme should do their stores like that." Alright, so you can see the photos. And then one user identified as Henry even guessed the fake would be more profitable, writing, "They probably making more money than Supreme." According to photos, customers were lined up outside the massive store and eager to take a peek at the off-brand items inside and check out the skating ramp inside. Once inside, they were surrounded by Supreme's classic box logo in Futura heavy oblique font, plastered all over the interior and on items available for sale. The flagship location is the second Supreme Italia store opened in Shanghai, followed a much smaller version that popped up in February. The billion-dollar brand is known for its high-end collaborations, with one with Nike dropping on Monday. Okay, so more photos, tweets, more photos. photos, and even more photos. Let's keep going. A knockoff of the true brand's collaboration with DRUMEO luggage could be seen in photos of the Supreme Italia store in Shanghai, which was one issue the US-based company highlighted with the store's potential sales, saying the products resulting from joint ventures similarly aren't authorized to be sold. According to Supreme Italia does not have a trademark registration in China, and a 2017 judicial order bars the imitator from the advertising, manufacturing, or selling of product with Supreme Italia, or Supreme Spain trademarks. Last year, Samsung was duped by Supreme Italia into agreeing to work on a collaboration, believing it to be the original Supreme. Months later, the tech giant posted a short statement on Weibo stating that it would discontinue its partnership with Supreme Italia, a brand that clones Supreme's red box logo but is actually a copycat hiding under an Italian trademark. Samsung China's digital marketing manager, Leo Lau, clarified in a now deleted Weibo post that Samsung was not collaborating with the authentic Supreme brand. We are collaborating with Supreme Italia, not Supreme NYC, Lau said. Supreme NYC has no sales and marketing authorization in China, but Supreme Italia has obtained product sales and market authorizations in the Asia-Pacific region. The original Supreme brand has international locations like in London, which opened its doors in 2016. The official brand also has locations in Paris and Japan, in addition to its US stores in New York, Brooklyn, and Los Angeles. Daily Mail has reached out to Supreme seeking further clarification and awaiting its reply. All right. Wow. Wow. It's quite a story. There's so many lessons here. So let's start with this. I've been saying this so many times. For big companies, for big successful businesses, the brand is often the most valuable asset. And the fact that not only can you clone a product, you can even clone the whole freaking store and make it even better and more desirable in the eyes of your potential fans and customers, only shows that there's nothing that Chinese couldn't clone. There's nothing that they couldn't appropriate. And really, in that situation, the only thing of real value is your brand. And the second lesson that comes from here is that you need to be very clear when to go ahead and trademark your brand on a global scale. You could be starting small, and that's okay, but as soon as you see there's traction, you can't afford to wait. You have to be the first one out there who sees the value of protecting your brand in all of your markets, and you have to be able to predict which of these markets are going to be. Is it who's going to be your customers 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 12 years down the road, 50 years down the road, and you want to make sure that in all of those jurisdictions you're properly covered by a trademark. And the third lesson here is probably painful for Supreme, because when they chose such a common name, basically a laudatory term, as their brand, they put themselves in a situation when it would be extremely difficult to have that trademarked in all the countries, because different countries have different rules when it comes to descriptive trademarks, when it comes to laudatory trademarks, and the question is, will they be able to get their brand trademarked everywhere? I'm not so sure, and because of that, it could be an arduous task, an uphill climb for them to secure the brand everywhere. And if they can't do that, they'll eventually have to put up with imposters such as, you know, Supreme Italia, Supreme Zanzibar, Supreme whatever, that will be popping up here and there. And as it becomes easier to clone your products and your services, you will see the importance of the brand go even higher. So if you found this video useful, if you learned something new and you haven't subscribed yet, you gotta subscribe right now. And don't forget to click that bell button so that you get daily notifications when a new video goes live, and we post these every single day. And if you've got a brand that you want to protect, whatever it is, whether you want to protect it in China, whether you want to protect it in North America, whether you want to protect it in Europe, if you've got something that you think is going to be of value, when you think it's going to be something that matters, if you're building a business, if you've got a brand for it, whether it's a name of a product, name of a service, a logo, a tagline, whatever it is, if you got those branding assets that are currently not protected or not as well protected as you'd like them to be, go to trademarkfactory.com and book a free call with one of our strategy advisors, and they'll help you get started. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.